Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Mooney with Falling Forge Financial. Just a update here on IIPR. I've talked about them a couple times here on the channel. Wish I would have sold it way back there. Could have bought 3 to 4 times the shares. But this is Innovative Industrial Properties, ticker IIPR. You can see what they've done here over the last year, down over 63%. So like I was pointing out, it was a $280 stock. I'll show you what I bought it for here eventually. But over the past 3 months, down over 25%. Here in the past month, looks like it was in the $96, $87 range, so it's came up a little bit since then, but here in the past week, down over 11%, and here's a look at what it's doing today. So it was in the $92, $90 range. If you don't know much about this one, it's a real estate investment trust, REIT, a REIT that I've talked about numerous times here on the channel. Operates in the following segments: Arizona, California, Colorado, Florida, Illinois, and so on, in quite a few different states, but they basically lease property to MJ companies, and so that's what got me into it. Founded in 2016, $2.53 billion market cap, high today of 93, low of $90.01, 52-week high of 288.02, and a low of 87.47. So quite the difference, a $200 difference. Nice, juicy, fat, juicy dividend on this one is 7.06. Average volume of 434,000, and volume here today of 194,000. And a 63% buy. Ratings, next is expected on November 2nd, so just getting closer here by the day, but I would put that on your calendar. But here you can see what a growth stock this one. I mean, I'm still doubled my money. Like I showed you when it was in the 280s, I wish I would have sold it, and that would have been a good return. But you can see all these dividends. So we got July, September, October, January, and it just keeps going. But all these dividends keep adding up. So if I would have bought 10 or 100 shares, you just add a 0 behind some of these, and that would add up pretty quick, and especially if I had it set up on drip. But and you can see how the dividends keep increasing. So $1.50, $1.75 looks like was the last one back in April. So $1.75 per quarter. So you can do the math on how many you'd have to have before you can get a new share for the year or per the quarter. So you just have to pull out your calculator, and there's a pretty decent calculator on TD Ameritrade. You can figure your monthly, quarterly income with dividend paying stocks. You just put in the ticker and it fills it out for you, so it's kind of cool. Moving on here, Innovative Industrial, buy the dip on the best MJ dividend stock, and it's still pretty close to the 52-week low, so I'm going to start watching it here pretty closely. So, but it is the newest addition to the growth portfolio because of the high dividend and long-term upside. This one's definitely a long-term hold as well for me, but the industry has many positive catalysts, including new IPOs such as the Hempico and the signing of the U.S. federal legalization bill into law, which I'm always trying to follow that and see when that's going to go through. I just did a video. There's a couple states trying to get passed here this fall, and my home state in Nebraska was one of them. I think some others were like South North Dakota and some right around the Nebraska area, but 7 more states trying to get legalized, so it's all good. So placing a massive buy signal on IIPR stock because its shares are in accumulation mode and trade near a weekly RSI of 30, which signals a strong buy. So I've always felt this one's a strong buy in my opinion. Again, that's my opinion, but I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, but they're a rare breed MJ Real Estate Investment Trust that can provide high revenue growth along with a attractive dividend yield. So like I said, I've covered this one numerous times here on the channel. Looks like last time I talked about it was back in June. Also did a video on another REIT, New Lake. I'll link that in the description as well. That's another REIT that I'm probably due for an update on as well. But I've always had good luck with IIPR. As I showed you, it's I've still doubled my money on it. I just don't have it here in this account. I transferred everything out, but like I said, it was here in the 280s at one time, so it's going to go back up there. I mean, look at this, how it just steadily climbs, and had a decent run up there to the 130s, so that's right in here where it first started taking off, so about 2.5 years or so ago, so, or actually 3, and hit the peak here in November of 2021, so it'll get back up to there someday. It might not hit that today, but even if you bought in at 90 and it ran up here eventually, which after legalization it could, whenever that happens, could run up to these levels again, plus you're getting that decent juicy dividend, so a 7.06, which adds up as well. So not that I give tax, legal, or trading advice, just stating my opinion. But if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is Jay Money, following Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.